Yo, you guys, what's up? How about that episode of Raw that just went down? A lot of good stuff that went down, but a lot of setup for next week's big 30th anniversary. They're really pepping this up to be a really special episode, and they better. It's going to be the last one before freaking Royal Rumble, which is in 12 days. But before we even get to any of that stuff, guys, we're going to run down everything that went down here on Raw from top to bottom, start to finish. Get ready, guys, because just because the action on Raw is over and the cameras have stopped rolling, don't mean the good time stop. Because the newest episode of The Gift of Gabe covering Raw is about to start. You guessed it, right now. Alright guys, so we got things kicked off with the Bloodline minus Sami Zayn. It was just Solo and the Usos. So that already made the segment not even as much as Usi as it could have been with the honorary certified Usologist there. But whatever, still a solid segment because they were interrupted by their title challengers for next week, the Judgment Day, specifically Dominic Mysterio and Damian Priest, two of my boys. I mean, all the guys are my boys aside from Rhea. She's my girl because she is a girl, but can lift like men. Anyway, getting off topic. Either way, cannot wait for this match to go down next week. I'm predicting new champions for next week on Raw, and Dominic and Priest. Can't wait to see the gold around their waist, especially for Dom. It's going to be so great. Oh, God. I can't wait to see that gold around his waist once again. And for Priest, too, it's going to be a whole great moment, especially just how dominant the Usos have been. Even just with the Raw Tag Team titles, even though they haven't held them as long. But I liked this segment, especially the tease of Rhea Ripley and Solo just going at it. But you know, I've said it before, that's what's something that was really making me excited for this tag title match. It was teased tonight. Solo stepped back for a minute, you know, once Rhea got there. But like, and you, Jay's face was funny. But he went right back up in there and said, nah, I'm about to hit you with the spike, homie. And man, he really was about to do it before he got taken out by Mustafa Ali before their match. Whew, next week's tag title match is going to be so sweet. Those two interacting, and the match itself is going to be great. Especially the fact that we're going to have it again. New champions. I cannot wait. There's so much stuff that's going to go down on next week's Raw, but there's still a lot of stuff coming from this week's Raw too, so don't worry. We're going over it later. All right, guys, we got the official announcement. We already knew it was going to happen, but literally since he got his surgery, since we all heard the timeline, we were like, okay, this is when he's coming back, obviously. Cody Rhodes is officially coming back for this year's 2023 Royal Rumble. I saw some people who are like, dude, what the heck? Why don't you try to keep that a surprise? It's because it was the worst kept secret anyway. Why try keeping it a surprise? Dude was literally on the Royal Rumble poster that was released 2 weeks ago. What the hell did you think was going to happen? And we all knew this literally 7 months ago when he got hurt. From the timeline, we're like, okay, he's going to win the Rumble, fight Roman Reigns. This had been speculated and predicted for months. It was a surprise, so I agree with what Triple H did, especially with the vignettes leading up to tonight. Just throw it out there because we already knew it was going to happen and he's probably going to win. Unless The Rock shows up, which we have no idea really if that's even going on. We haven't really heard much about that. And Royal Rumble is next weekend. So who really knows at this point? Well, one thing we do know, Cody's in the Rumble. He's still the most likely candidate to win. Unless for some reason they throw the Dark Order pick Sami Zayn in there, or The Rock ends up coming back to win the whole thing. Or maybe he comes back and doesn't even win it. Cody is looking good to win the Rumble. So glad to hear he's coming back. It's going to be cool. Him getting his WrestleMania moment of being champion is going to be super cool. Even though Zayn won't be involved, it'll be kind of Usi. I'll give him that. So we knew it was going to happen. Thank you for just giving it to us anyway. And, you know, saying, we're going to respect your intelligence and, you know, just not act like this is like the worst kept secret ever. All right, you guys. So we got another match confirmed for Royal Rumble. It's going to be Alexa Bliss and Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's Championship. If you saw it tonight, I'm kind of curious about how this is going to go down. Most likely I would have been like, okay, Bianca's going to retain again. You know, I like her, but you guys know I'm kind of over the same old trope of her just winning and overcoming again and again and again and again. But Uncle Howdy, he made another appearance tonight, and I'm curious. Is Uncle Howdy going to cause Alexa Bliss to become the new Raw Women's Champion? I think it's possible. I don't know if that's the direction they're going, but I could definitely see it. Like, it seems like he's trying to help her in some way, shape, or form. What better way to help her than to give her the Raw Women's Championship? I'm actually for that. It'd be good to get the belt off of Bianca for a good minute, maybe like get her involved in some non-title feuds, just to like, shift things around. And we haven't had Alexa Bliss as the top champion in years. God, what was the last time? Like 2018 when she lost to Ronda Rousey. Oh my God, Ronda Rousey was still over then. That's how long it's been. Jesus freaking Lord. So it'd be great to see Alexa Bliss. I would love to see that and see her be champion. It's not 100% sold on it. We'll see how it goes down next week. But I like that being thrown in there that Uncle Howdy could give her the Raw Women's Championship and further get her back into her dark persona. Maybe even add like a couple new touches to it. Since it's not Bray Wyatt in control over, it's Uncle Howdy. But we'll see how it goes. Still have another week and a half to the Rumble, but I like a little bit of intrigue thrown in there and not making it 120% obvious for once. All right, guys, I talked about the loaded card for next week on Raw. It got finally even out tonight. We got the last one of the confirmed matches, a U.S. title match. The now Austin Theory, our United States champion, is going to defend against, now we know, Bobby Lashley. He won that pretty good six-pack challenge elimination match. Going in, I was like, it's most likely going to be Bobby Lashley because, take out Seth Rollins. They literally just kind of finished up that feud. I was thinking maybe Dolph Ziggler as like a dark horse to win. Maybe Finn Balor because maybe they were trying to add all the gold, but they might do the Freebird rule when the Judgment Day wins next week. So, and then Baron Corbin, I was just like, yeah, dude, you're definitely not going to win. And same thought with The Miz. But hey, sometimes you never know. Either way, Lashley, Theory, U.S. title. I really don't know, guys. Theory could drop the belt next week. Bobby Lashley is one of those guys that if he's going to lose, like if they have him beat him clean, then you definitely know they're building Austin Theory right. But I don't really know if he's going to win clean. I feel like to maybe protect Lashley a little bit, it might maybe Lashley hits him with like a title or like low blows him, kind of like when Seth Rollins beat Bobby Lashley for the U.S. title. Hopefully we don't see Brock Lesnar again. I freaking hate that guy. You guys know that. But either way, I'm looking forward to this. I think it's toss-up. 50-50, Lashley either wins or Theory retains. It's the week before the Rumble, and it's Raw 30. You never know. We're going to see one title change next week. Definitely. So, we might see another. But what I'm really intrigued, though, is MVP getting involved and bringing down Omos. I thought it definitely still seems like he's trying to get the Hurt business back together. I like that they're slowing it down a little bit. Not like doing it too much. Like, really make us wait for it because we want it back so badly. Like, he kind of did cost Cedric and Shelton their tag match tonight against the Street Profits, so they're probably not wanting to immediately get back with them. So that's a little bit of conflict there. And now I'm kind of curious because MVP was getting yelled at by Bobby Lashley when he first saw him. He's like, dude, get out of here. I'm like, I told you I didn't want to deal with this. He brought down Omos, and it looked like Omos was trying to actually help Bobby Lashley win. It seems like he's actually trying to bring back the Hurt Business belt with an addition of Omos. Something about that just doesn't really work for me. I get guys can just like forget their past history and like whatever, like, the fact that Lashley and Omos feuded pretty much almost around this time last year, like after WrestleMania season. But I don't think Omos, I don't know. I feel like Omos doesn't fit that gimmick. Maybe he could. I don't really know. Maybe it's me personally. I don't like the fit of Omos in like the new Hurt Business when it eventually happens. Maybe that won't even happen. Maybe it's just like the last remnants or whatever. But then again, they wouldn't have brought it back if he was going to like be involved in it. I don't know. We're literally going to have to see where it goes. If he helps him Lashley win the U.S. title next week, then that probably does definitely mean that Omos will probably be involved in some way, shape, or form. Maybe he could surprise me and the whole group could actually work. But me personally, I feel like the original 4 is the way to go with the Hurt Business. Maybe you guys feel the same, but that's just personally how I feel. It's a little bit of a surpriser the way the end of the night, which I guess I do kind of like it because for me, I knew that Bobby Lashley was winning this whole thing. All right, guys, next week's Raw card is stacked. We got so much stuff. Legends are coming back, including The Undertaker. That's going to be pretty cool. I can't even remember last time we got like a TV appearance from him. I feel like maybe it was when he was inducted in the Hall of Fame. If I believe that might be right. So it'll be cool seeing him again. Maybe we'll see like some other cool legends, but like Undertaker probably the one I most care about because we don't always see him as often as like the other ones that they throw into the mix. We got Becky and Bayley inside of a steel cage. that should be pretty good. Hopefully Bayley's able to get. I feel like Bayley needs more at these big match wins because you know of how much she took so many big freaking L's when she came back in the freaking second half of last year. But yeah, that's just me personally. It should be pretty good. Her and Becky are pretty good together. And then 2 title matches: Judgment Day versus the Usos for the tag titles, Raw tag titles specifically, and then U.S. title: Bobby Lashley, Austin Theory, United States Championship. And also, the Bloodline is going to be in Philly, baby, in the city of brotherly love. Roman's going to get all the love from his Samoan family in a full acknowledgement ceremony. It's going to be funny. Sammy's the only one not of Samoan blood. But he's part of the family. He's the Usos with the juiciest. He's got the whole thing down. I'm really hoping it's like every Samoan person of the family up on the stage while he's rocking out and they all just look at Sammy kind of weird because he's just like bopping his head every time when the music comes on. So that'll be pretty funny. But Kevin Owens is going to try to crash that in some way, shape, or form. But guys, that's next week. Oh, we're so close to the Royal Rumble. I am so freaking hyped. But we can't get into that yet. We still got a lot of stuff going down this week. Like, we got a stacked episode of Dynamite. We got a lot of title matches, including the All-Atlantic and TNT titles. Again, Bryan Danielson and freaking Bandito. That's going to be great. Just watch off of that because those are bangers after bangers after bangers. And then SmackDown. Roman Reigns, he's back again. And he signed the contract with Kevin Owens for their match at the Royal Rumble for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. And another big important part of that story, Kevin Owens made guys payback tonight. I guarantee during that contract signing, if it's not brought up by Sami first, and maybe like a backstage segment when he first sees Roman, it's going to get brought up. Either Sami's going to be like, hey, Roman, did you not trust me last week with the Usos having to come in again in my match with Kevin Owens? Or Owens will mention it during the contract sign and be like, hey, Sami, it doesn't look like they trusted you last week, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. So that should be pretty good. I guess that's pretty much why they didn't have him on Raw tonight, because they wanted to get all of it for the SmackDown on Friday, which I get. But I love seeing Sami. This is Sami's Appreciation Show. But it's always a better night. It's always an Usi night whenever he's around. So I'll wait till Friday for that. But it's going to be juicy. You're not going to want to miss it. And then, guys, next week, the final week before Royal Rumble. I cannot wait. It's finally almost here. You're not going to want to miss how these shows go down. And you're not going to want to miss what your boy, that gift of Gabe here, the best gabber in the biz, is going to have to say after these shows. Until then, you guys, we still got Dynamite on Wednesday and SmackDown afterwards. But first, got the show on Wednesday. So, before I go, y'all already know how it goes. I hope none of y'all even keep forgetting this because I say it every week, reiteration. But it's just a great tagline, so I'm going to say it again. Who better to gab with when it comes to wrestling than Gabe? Okay, you guys, I'll see you at the Dynamite on Wednesday. See you later.